All right, let's congratulate all our actors and first responders on this. My name is Christopher Henderson. I'm a paramedic with Columbus Regional Hospital. I'm also a member of the Brown County EMT Association. I've worked in this county now for 26 years. This is what we do on a daily basis, all the first responders. I hope this opened up your eyes to what can happen if you're drinking and driving. This is pretty real, guys. Timing and everything was spot on. It takes us that long to get people out of vehicles. What I'd like to do right now is I want to turn it over to some of the students and let them tell you what they felt like in the vehicle or on this scene, or and then we'll open it up for questions, okay?
Well, I felt dead through it all. I don't know why, but through it all, I mean, if I was conscious and I still could feel, like I know Jared back there, I'm pretty sure I'd be terrified just in that entire instance. I can tell you just listening to everything was also a little scary, even though I know it's an illustration and all, but it all felt real to me at the moment. And a lot of my body parts went numb when I was sitting there, so yeah. That's about it, though. Who wants to go next?
Okay, when the party thing happened, I felt like really scared because it was kind of all my fault that this has happened because I was the one that threw the party at my house and I was the one that let her overdrink, and then the people who ran away, like, they ran away and they're not good people. But it just was a very scary thing to happen. And yeah, that's what I gotta say.
So I was in the party scene, passed out. Going through it all, it was kind of terrifying that this happens every day. You know, some people, they die from alcohol consumption from too much, and it just happens every day. We lose people because they drink too much alcohol, because they do drugs, because there's a car crash, because someone was driving drunk. These things happen, and it's really sad. So many people have died. And being in something like this is really traumatic. And if this had been the real deal for any of us, who knows what would have happened? These things are dangerous. They happen. And it happens every day, like they said. It affects everyone. So don't drink and drive and don't do drugs.
Hello. I was one of the stupid people in the party scene. I panicked and ran away. Honestly, just putting myself in that situation, it freaked me out more than like if I did stay. Because, you know, if you run from a scene like this, where are you going to go? Adrenaline will only take you so far, and if you're intoxicated, your reaction skills are a lot slower. So you'd be caught, and you'd be out of breath, miserable, and you don't know if your friend's alive. So no matter how terrified you are, and no matter like how freaked out you may be just because you got that scholarship and this may ruin it, you know, next year you might not be able to play varsity because this is on your record, you know, whatever. Like, forget that. A life is more important than, like, certain things, you know. You can always earn another scholarship. But besides that, if you stay, like, you're not risking anything. You know, you're not going to get arrested. You're not going to be charged with anything. Yeah, your parents might be, like, really mad and disappointed in you, but, like, again, a life is more important.
So in the party scene, I stayed and tried to help, and I tried to act like what I think or what I'd hope I would react in a situation like that. But I know if it was real, I'd be a lot more panicked and a lot more scared. And I hope I would be someone who would stay and try and help and not run, but you never really know how you would react in a situation like that. And so that's why it's always kind of best to just kind of mentally prepare for like something that could go wrong and the consequences, and just plan things out and think smart.
All right, so I was the one that called the cops when we got in the car wreck. So it was terrifying because I know a lot of people who have gotten in car wrecks over the past few years, and just sitting there and listening to the cars just come together, and then listening to Callie scream about how scared she was about Jared, and seeing one of my friends unconscious, not moving, and freaking out thinking he's actually dead, and the people in front of us that have even more families that could possibly never go back to because of just drinking alcohol and driving. It's a terrible thing, and it can take so many lives away from people.
Okay, hi guys. This simulation really felt real to me because 2 years ago, my cousin was involved in a drunk driving accident the day before her high school graduation, and she was the only survivor of the crash out of 5 friends in the car. And because of a poor life choice, she never got to walk at graduation. She has permanent brain damage. She still can't walk well and function completely normally because of one bad choice on one night. So my message to you all would just be, like, think before you act and think about the consequences before you do something that seems fun in the moment.
Right. I was a guy that was unconscious or unresponsive, and that basically means that you're knocked out and you're beat up so much to where you can only breathe. And even though as we are actors, all this stuff is still emotional and it's still, you know, like real to us. And going through that, like, even though I was supposed to be like knocked out, I could still feel all the emotions coming through. And just imagine like being in the real situation where like everybody's screaming and everybody's like hurt. And if somebody really does get hurt, you know, that's a really bad thing. So I guess my message is don't do stupid things. You know, just stay safe. You don't have to be popular, you don't have to drink to be cool. You know, you just have to be yourself.
So I was the one in the car that screamed, and basically, like, it seemed all real because, like, everything that happens, like the ambulance coming, it was just like really scary. And we just, especially whenever Bailey knocked the beer cans out of the car, like, we caused a crash and we killed somebody, and like we don't even know who they were. So, like, whenever you drink and drive, you could cause, like, somebody's death, and, like, you may not even know who they are, and that can be a burden to you for the rest of your life.
I think that's it. I don't think Cassidy.
Do one of the parents want to go?
Okay. I was looking for him.
Okay, before I open up to the first responders, I'd like to say thank you to Wright's Auto Service providing the cars. I'd like to thank Columbus Regional Hospital, Nashville PD, Bryan County Sheriff's Department, Nashville Fire Department, Hamlin Fire Department, and Van Buren Fire Department for helping us out on this scenario. Does any of my responders want to say anything about this? The other thing is on the car accident. Let's go back to the car accident real quick. The other thing is it just doesn't have to be drinking and driving, drugs, not paying attention to what's going on. that could have happened just because they were partying in the back of the vehicle, having fun, listening to the radio. That accident could still happen. It's the loss of attention of what's going on the road around you. We have done it with texting and driving. We've done this scenario. We have done it just because you're not paying attention. We've done it with the drinking. We have even done it where all the kids are okay, but the drunk driver was in the pickup. We've also had it where a small child has passed away. That happens in real life every day. So now I would like to open it up for questions. If we have multiple mics, or do we only have one mic? Anyone want to ask a question? Okay. Oh, Todd.
Hi, everybody. My name's Todd Stevens. I'm paramedic at Columbus Regional EMS. I've been working EMS since July 1994. As you can see, in situations like this, very hectic. Those of us who are responders, we may be used to dealing with things like this, but believe me, it does take a psychological toll on us. A lot of us are parents who have children who are your age. Just coming from a paramedic, what I would like to say, there's going to be several of you here who will attend parties, who will more than likely drink. We already know that's going to happen. Should you do so, I would like to see you contact your parents and just tell them, look, I've been drinking, I don't want to drive. We do not want anybody here or anywhere else ending up in a situation like this. We do not want to have to pull any of you out of a car and place you in a body bag and put you in a hearse and then have to let your families come and identify you. It's not a pleasant thing. It does. It takes a psychological toll on every one of us. That being said, just be careful. And if you drink, try to get somebody to drive you. Don't drive yourself. Thank you.
I hope that you listen very carefully and watch very carefully. This was a great job by everyone. And, like I've told you guys many, many times, we know you're kids and you're going to make mistakes, but don't make 2 mistakes in a row. If you make that bad choice, then do the right thing. So thank you one more time, everyone. And at this time, we're going to go to 4th period. And if you're in Mr. Robinson's study hall class, please meet us right back there under the Larry C. Banks sign.